Hey guys, Ben here, and it is WIP Wednesday. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on. We've got a few bits from Bloodtithe Ben and Ian, and a couple of things from our local group as well. But we're also going to look at some of your submissions. So if you've got some hobby you've been working on and want to share, please drop us an email to theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. Sorry if I haven't responded recently. Work has been crazy. We've got all the shielding people coming back into our sites, so been working on supporting them, so I have been very busy, and also we did the unboxings, so it's been hectic. Anyway, let's have a look at hobby time. So on to the bits I've done. I've had a very busy week, so I've not had a lot of chance to do much hobby, so I will simply show off a couple of things that I did for the unboxing videos last week for the new releases. We've got the Tree Man, so I built the Tree Man. I went for the the Altern Forest version, which is the Halfling version. Now this is a really cool miniature. I'm not expecting it to take long to paint up. I'm thinking brown with some grey mixed in there with highlights and just a whole bunch of washes. Kind of like the way you would do a dungeon floor. You can kind of use the same kind of green, brown washes to add like mould effects, not mould, moss to the trees. So that's my plan with the Tree Man. And the other thing I did was I built the rest of the necromantic team. Two of every positional and a whole bunch of zombies. So I haven't started painting them yet. I haven't even based them. Normally what I'd do is I would take a bit of kitchen roll tissue paper and kind of just super glue over the top of the crack, because I normally use PVA and then sand, which I find gives a pretty reasonable base. Let me grab Griff. You can kind of see that's kind of my deal. This is the kind of turf I go with, and then on top of that, normally I just dry brush it up. Obviously some agrax, and then grass to your taste. So with these, I would probably tissue paper. I didn't bother with Griff, but I just tissue paper over. However, I've got myself a 3D printer now, so I am looking for. I found a couple of options. Got some wasteland ones and some pumpkin ones, and I'm thinking about just printing bases for these. Now if I don't print bases, I will be printing pumpkin things and things like that. So really my hobby has been building these guys, getting them ready, and starting playing with the 3D printer. So I imagine that next WIP Wednesday I'm going to have a ton of hobby to show you. We've got a lot of cool stuff today, so let's start off with this. This is from Peter Jones, who is at Blood Bowl PT on Insta. Long time listener, first time caller, amazing. I love the WIP Wednesday videos on YouTube, so I thought I would contribute. I was on a mission to get all of my Blood Bowl minis painted before the new box set arrived. Alas, my pile of shame is still there, but it's one ogre team lighter. So I like the look of this. The ogres are prison guards, responsible for a prison full of snotlings. Surely that's just a box. The snotlings are smarter and more sneaky than the ogres, so the ogres let them get high on mushrooms as a way of keeping them from hatching escape plans. The ogres love playing Blood Bowl and are desperate to enter the league, but they haven't got enough ogres for a team, so they are reliant on the snotlings to make up their numbers. Even playing with a bunch of completely spaced out snotlings is better than not playing Blood Bowl at all. The pink kits are a reference to various US prisons using pink jumpsuits to reduce violence and shame inmates for things. There are a couple of kit bashers in the team, including the mushrooms, snotling with a chaos chosen, blocker helmet, which I love, we'll come to that in a sec, shade spire bases for the ogres, I wondered about that, and a zombie ogre hand rising from the ground to grab one of the snotlings. I love this team. I'm looking forward to being through with this pandemic and back to playing Blood Bowl. Couldn't agree with you more. Thanks so much for continuous stream of great content. Thanks, BD. Keep up the good work. So let's have a look at this team. So I think I've seen this on Instagram, but there he is, the little dude with the Chaos Blocker hat. So cool scheme. There's the cool bases. So I think I've already done this bit. My 3D bases, basically I'm going to be printing them for my team, because actually I've seen some guys do it on Instagram and stuff. I think Ben did it with his Snotling team, and the 3D bases just looks awesome. So there's the runt punter getting ready to punt a runt. This is wicked. So that shield is from the ogre kit as well. I think it's one of the shoulder guards. That is so cool. He needs to be a star player. This guy needs to level up regardless of anything. Love that. And I love the paint scheme. It's really stylized. You've got additional mushrooms and stuff like that. It just, there's the team all together. First of all, love the little coin, but the whole team just absolutely pops. What a great palette, really good finish. Blood Bowl PT, that is wicked. Please give him a follow. That's at Blood Bowl PT. You know me, I love ogre teams. And now we've got some 7s here from Oscar Hager. Hi Ben, wanted to share my finished 7s team. The new mini on my table is a dwarf I found on Etsy. He's going to be a homebrewed star player for our league. Nice. Also gluing on the guys from the new box. Is it me or was Varag a pain? I thought Varag was alright. I had more problems with old Eagle Boy's face, the helmet thing. Also, love the show. Regards, Oscar. Okay, Oscar, let's have a look at this. So, this team is lovely. Is this this is Grebo, I think, isn't it? They've got that kind of particular style when it comes to the goblins and the ogres. That's kind of Pathfinder if you're an RPG guy. So that's wicked. Love the Windsor Chog Mino. You cannot knock this model. It is fantastic. Really good job painting it. This big guy is pretty cool as well. It is Grebo, yeah. I looked at picking up some of these for prizes for our last tournament. A great job there. Great job with the scars as well. Just looks really cool. I actually really like the photography. And this is the new guy. So this is going to be his star player, Etsy. I feel like this is from that that Kickstarter where the dwarf team is also for fantasy battles, where it was kind of like had leonine faces on the dwarves. Really, really cool, Oscar. Really great work. And we've got some bits here from Stephen Knowles again. Hey guys, managed to get some hobby in. Cue the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure theme. I finished my golden custards, was even brave and did a close-up while the paint was still wet. So we can see Stephen's got his custodies all painted up. Gone with the close-ups there. Gone with the classic gold scheme. Golden red, you cannot fault it. They're looking great, Stephen. This is something that is quite unique as well. Let's see if we can get through. This is from Genadan. Hey, hello. I'll show you what I'm working on this year. My LED Undead team. Question is, Banshee better as coach or referee? Best wishes to all coaches from me. Thanks, Genadan. So, this mad person, Genadan, has put LEDs inside the miniatures, which is absolutely phenomenal work. So let's have a look at some others. So he's done it with the blitzer. Look at this. So let's see if we can zoom in. The picture's not great, but look at that. The design work, or the engineering, the drilling out and everything, that is absolutely top effort. Really love that. Look at that. That's such a cool effect as well. Man, absolute superb effort. Look at that guy with the, it looks like a Chaos Warrior cloak or a Space Marine cloak on top. Absolutely wicked. Love the LED backlighting. And this is the Banshee. So that's the Banshee. And I'm assuming that's the fine cast version of the Banshee that's just drilled out so that you can see the splash of LED. That is some serious hobby there, Genadan. Fantastic work. And it's that time of the show. We've got an update from Graham. Can we zoom in? Look at the work on that. The eyes. We saw this piece last week and he has now finished it off. Hey Ben, finished off the Fanath Death Roller and started the Blood Bowl 2020 Refs and Ogre. Graham, the resident dwarf, absolutely got that description bang on the money there. So went with the snow theme to match the rest of the team. And here we have the referees. So mine are still brown. Haven't got any further with them. And loving this. Okay, painting the book separately. I love these miniatures. And look at that. Gone with the classic black and white stripes. Now, painting white is tricky, so I'm going to assume you've gone white and then black on top, or has he worked grey on the way up? I don't know. Anyway, looking great, Graham. And we've got some more dwarves here. So this we have is from Samuel Casado. Hey, I've been following your podcast for some time. I wanted to share some minis. I've been finished this week. Poor English, Ben. It's written just fine. From my Chaos Dwarf team, Instagram is instagram.com/SamuelTech. I'll try and remember to put the links in this week. Sorry for the quality, but I didn't want the email to be too big. By the way, the NAFA's released Slan rules and included pogos. I know. Thank you and congrats on your podcast. Wicked. So, we've seen some normal dwarves from Graham. Now we're seeing some chaos dwarves here from Samuel. Look at that. These miniatures are... Okay, the paint job makes this model look even better than the old school sculpt. There's two elements here that I really, really love. Work on the skin. Like the highlighting, that's amazing. But you'll see it on all of these is the individual scale highlights. So it looks almost high elf. Like high elf always had the classic scale mail view. And it's just, that must have taken some work. And I tell you what, that is absolutely massively paid off. And look at the shading here as well. That is superb. So there's a kind of thing that you saw from Graham's, you absolutely see on Samuel's as well, is that you can paint models and then you can shade them. But if you paint on a model, like each layer becoming its own canvas, which you can kind of see here, so each of these scale melts having the edge highlighting. We saw it on the eye from Graham's Fanath and the skin. That's when miniatures go from being tabletop quality to art quality. Look at this. So individual colours, there's a bit of blending there. Actually, some lovely blending there. But when you look closely, like you can see the individual layers. You can see how it's been done. It's just having the confidence to go and do it. And it's paid off here. Look at this. And I love that it's got the old 50 by 20 base as well. This team looks lovely. It is a very high elf paint scheme. So obviously I'm on board. And we got some bits here from Pat Fogarty. Hi Ben, thanks for the great Blood Bowl chat. It's been great to keep the hobby inspiration up during lockdown. Good man. Currently painting the White Dwarf and Black Gobbo, having forgotten how annoying it is to paint black and white. The Gobbo will be joining the Orc mob that's finally been painted after more than 2 decades. I expect 90s metal Varag is going to look like a goblin next to the new version. The new version is a chunky boy. I'm still planning on running him as a troll. Cheers, Patrick. Pat, let's have a look. Okay. I love these models. I'm not sure if they're back in stock with Forge World, but we looked at picking them up and they were off sale. Right. That white is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. I kind of hate you. No, I'm joking. But that is fantastic work on the white. The black. Black is really good. If you've done this metal, if this metal is done like dark metal on purpose, you have done a fantastic job. If you haven't, then stick with it because it's working. Love those miniatures. And look at this. Okay, so this is the 3rd edition Orc team. 3rd edition? Yeah, the blue box edition. Not that, just absolutely lovely. The Black Orcs. Have we got Varag? Where can we see Varag? There he is in the classic Varag pose. Absolutely brilliant. And love the classic paint job as well. That is really cool. And what have we got up next? We have got this from Christopher Norling. You should know this from the paint scheme. Hey, thick _ legs here. Give him a follow. Fantastic. Squig enthusiast extraordinaire. Absolutely. With the launch of the new season of Blood Bowl, went back to my old love, the undead. Love me some undead and some cute animals. So Grebo's line of undead critters suits me perfectly. This is the first white for Skeletor's Evil Warriors, and I'm quite happy with it. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Christopher. That is absolutely wicked. So he's called it Skeletor's Evil Warriors. You can see He-Man paint scheme for Skeletor. This is absolutely 10 out of 10 representational. So Thick Legs has just got an incredible painting style. The Squig teams he's done are awesome. I'll probably put them on the show next week if I remember, because they are just absolutely brilliant. And this is another example of painting on the miniature rather than just painting the miniature. That is something I really need to start doing. This is awesome. I've really got to look at this team. Tiff's talked about having a Cutimals team. This is pretty sweet. Nicely done, Christopher. And we have got some things from Trolls here. My name is Trolls. I'm a big fan of the podcast and thought it was about time to send you some WIP. Since Friday, I've been painting up test models almost non-stop, but I'm not much closer to a decision. So why not get an outside opinion from my favourite Blood Bowl experts? I'm working on a project of painting a bunch of teams like NFL franchises. Nice. The more I paint, the harder it gets to find the perfect fit. So far, I've painted 11 teams. Nice going. You can see them here. So here's painting _angry_ dolls on Instagram. Again, I'll try and link that in. Even made a big spreadsheet trying to find a balance between practical gaming use, in-world logic, and referential meta humor. Dude, where's the spreadsheet? Come on. Look right for the Warhammer race. Be easily distinguishable from other teams with overlapping colours. That's very challenging, actually. Preferably be different for the official Games Workshop scheme to tell a joke if there is one. I should have known that Games Workshop will throw a curveball and make new teams I now need to make fit. And am I being stupid for reserving the Chiefs for an Amazon team that might never come? I think we're going to see Amazons, don't worry. Now, rigid logic and obsessive tendencies have led me to the Bengals and Eagles for Black Orcs and Necro, or is it the other way around? That's why I can't decide. Should I go Rusty Orcs with the Stripy Squigs and Ghostly Green Sylvania Carrions, or Halloweeny Werecats and Very Green Killy Village Wyverns? What do you think? Thanks for a great podcast, trolls. Okay, so this first picture here is the Ghostly Green Sylvania Carrions. So it does look very much like the Eagles. How can we zoom? Is it going to be too zoomy? I think that's a bit too zoomy. I love the metallic. Well done. I need to learn from you. And then you've got the rusty orange here, which is the so this is the Halloweeny Werecats. Okay, so we've got green undead and we've got orange undead. And then we've got green orcs and orange orcs. Okay, so let's work in reverse. I think you've got to go, although the green on the orc is lovely, you've got to go orange orcs and green undead. You've got the green skin of the orcs with green armor. I don't know, it doesn't pop as much as having the green with the orange and then the green with the white and everything of the undead. So that would be, yeah, let's go back to this. I would say green on the undead, but maybe find a way to add, I don't know, a little bit more colour in there. I love this scheme. I love this scheme as well, but I think on the orc, the orange does look better. Heck of a job, by the way. This is awesome. Well done. I'm really, really inspired. I've got no idea how to paint my team, so seeing these is really cool. And I'm interested to see that you do actually do test miniatures. I do need to learn from you. And talking of test miniatures, we got something here from Bloodtithe Ben. So Bloodtithe Ben painted a bunch of ogre players to get an idea of skin texture and anything, because he wants to do a 24-hour paint an ogre army for AOS, because he saw somebody else do it online and thought, that looks awfully painful, I'll give that a go. So he's put this test model together, and I think you'll agree it is beautifully done. Ben's painting is just leveling up at an exponential rate, and that is frustrating. But it's amazing. This verdigris thing he learned a while ago doing the green golem, the golem iron golems. He's done the rust on the blade as well. That looks fantastic, Ben. And you can see I like the pale green as well. This is a lot of airbrush work here, and he's going to try and do a serious batch paint. And I couldn't resist. Got to sneak in Rick. Hey Rick, if you're watching, Rick's been painting up old school teams waiting on his parcel. Actually, Rick works in England but lives in France. So he's kind of jumping between the two, and unfortunately I think his Blood Bowl gear is delayed on the way there, so he's been getting work done on his old school coloured Wood Elf team. And for some new school, Ian Warhammer Hannum has been converting some of his nobility team. So he's done a few little swaps just to change the position. So you can see, I think all he's done here is change the position of the head maybe and the wrist there for the female one. He's done some great job there. I think this is that a head swap or is that just a position change? But my favourite model that he's done so far is this guy here. So the Obi-Wan Kenobi head on the thrower for the nobility. Little head swaps and things like that really add identity to these teams, and I just don't know where to go with mine. Anyway, that's all the hobby goodness we've got for you this week. Thank you so much for sharing your hobby with us, and thank you for watching. Hopefully you feel inspired, or just, I don't know, a little bit less lonely at the moment. Please get in contact, let us know what you're up to, share some pictures, theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. I will do a better job this week of putting the links down below, so if you want us to share some stuff, please let us know. Otherwise, I'm going to disappear for now, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Blood Bowl content. Happy gaming.